welcome back to the Earle Wellbeing YouTube channel. How are you all doing? Well, if you're watching in real time, we are fast approaching Christmas. But not only that, it's also the shortest day of the year soon and the official arrival of winter. And this time of year brings its own set of challenges, doesn't it? There's far more coughs and colds around, me included. The darker days can make us feel gloomier, and we're likely to be feeling the pinch with buying Christmas gifts, all the rest of it. So with all that in mind, I thought it would be helpful to hop on here and share some of the budget-friendly ways, mostly free, that we can all hopefully stay well, or at least better, this winter. And the first one that you will often find me shouting from the rooftops all about is vitamin D. It truly is a well-being hero, and here in the UK at least, it's recommended that we supplement vitamin D during the winter months. Vitamin D is actually more of a hormone, in fact, than a vitamin. Also, if you have darker skin and you live in the UK, you might also need to supplement throughout the year, because you're unlikely to generate enough vitamin D naturally from the sun. Well, I will talk about my go-to supplements in a moment, but I also wanted to share a few other ways that we can help support vitamin D levels naturally. Well, the first is getting outside and feeling some sunshine on our skin. Not always easy right now, but the body naturally produces vitamin D from the sun. During the winter, there's not much sun about. And then, of course, when we do go out, we're really well wrapped up, so we're not exposing much of our skin. Now, obviously, we don't want to catch a chill, but if you can, on those rare, lovely sunny days, try and get out and expose a little bit more skin to the sun. Perhaps, my shoulders, my forearms, hands. Actually wearing a poncho or a shawl can be helpful for just exposing a little bit more skin to the elements. You could wear shorts if you're feeling really brave. Now, this may not give you your total quota of daily vitamin D, but it will give your levels a little boost. It'll also get you outside, and it's probably going to help lift your mood overall. Now, the weaker sun's rays means that you're highly unlikely to burn or do much damage to your skin either. Just get the good vitamin D. Well, other sources of vitamin D are foods such as eggs, one of my favourites. Always have my eggs to hand. Mushrooms can also help with vitamin D too if you put them on a sunny windowsill. That actually helps increase their levels. They absorb the vitamin D from the sun, just like we do with our skin. But to be confident that you are getting enough vitamin D, I really do recommend a supplement. This is especially important if you have dark skin, because you may well not be getting enough exposure to UVB radiation, or even just from eating things like eggs and mushrooms. Plus, if you spend a lot of time indoors, this does limit your exposure to sunlight, obviously, and to create vitamin D naturally. So personally, this is the one that I use. It's from Better You. It's a spray. I also give it to my kids under the tongue. Such an easy way to take a supplement. Yeah, it tastes nice too. And it's very quickly absorbed into the bloodstream. It goes straight into this kind of tissue layer there under the skin, straight into the body. And there's a handy 15% discount with the Liz Loves affiliate discount code. But my next tip is to get out first thing in the morning. So if you're still on the school run, if you're walking the dog, maybe, you probably find this one super easy already. But seeing that morning light really does have a huge amount of benefit for our well-being. Sunlight, especially in the morning, helps to set up and regulate our circadian rhythm, supporting our hormones and helping us to get a good night's sleep. Now, in an ideal world, a morning walk of around 30 minutes to an hour would really set us up nicely for the day. But even a quick stroll around the block can help. Or if you can't get out, at least open the window for a few moments and watch the sunrise, or as close as you can get to sunrise. Do this with an open window, without glass, without wearing your glasses or contact lenses. Get your unobstructed retinal cells directly towards the rising sun. And maybe do that with a cup of tea. Breathe, just take 5 peaceful minutes for yourself before the day begins and kind of crowds in. Might just help you to have a calmer day. And on that note of feeling calm, this is something that really can help to keep us well over winter too, because stress is such a huge factor in lowering our immune system, particularly at this time of year with, Christmas, families coming together, blended families like mine, it can all feel a bit much, and stress can interfere with our hormones. It can disrupt the delicate balance between our sympathetic nervous system, sometimes called fight or flight, our hormone system, and that's with the stress hormone cortisol, and then our immune system as well. So when we do finally take a break, our fight-flight hormones and our adrenaline levels drop, and this causes an imbalance in our bodies because our cortisol levels are still high, and our immune system then becomes weakened. And even a run-of-the-mill bug, not usually a problem, can actually cause us to become really unwell. So that's why it's really important that we do take some time for ourselves every day to do something that we love doing, that helps to make us feel happy, keeps us feeling calm. Meditation is often the first one suggested, but this doesn't always work for everyone, especially if you're in a busy household and the day crowds in. I find it hard, to be honest. But maybe putting on a few of your favourite tunes, having a good old dance, relax, sing out loud to yourself, that can really just lift the spirits. I heard recently that a member of my team at Earle Wellbeing is creating a fabulous doll's house. And she says it just really helps her to switch off and be absorbed in something else. For me, I like to focus on my breathing. I find that can really help. I can activate my parasympathetic nervous system to get out of that fight or flight mode just by breathing. The trick here is to breathe out for longer than you breathe in. So my favourite free stress-busting hack is to breathe in for 4 and out for 6. Well, my next tip, perhaps counterintuitively because you're watching us on a screen, but that's to reduce screen time, and have a good old catch up with friends. The time that we spend on screens has gone up massively, especially since the pandemic. And during the winter, it's even more tempting, isn't it? Just to stay inside, glued to our devices or the TV screen. But it really is having a huge negative impact on our physical and our mental health. And studies show that increasing screen time is seeing an increase in depression, anxiety, isolation, not to mention disrupted sleep. And there's lots of interesting reasons as to why this is. Of course, on social media, we are only ever presented with someone's highlight reel. Life isn't always that good. But if we're constantly bombarded by people living their best lives, it can lead definitely to feelings of inadequacy. It can knock our own self-esteem. And there's also an interesting line of thought that when we look at a screen, it's almost as if we have tunnel vision. We're not looking away from the screen. We're keeping our eyes fixed in one place. And we do this naturally when we are in a state of fear or high anxiety. So this theory is that when we look at a screen for too long, we're sending a signal to the brain that there's actually something to be worried about. Now, there isn't much literature or clinical studies on this at the moment, but it certainly is an interesting theory. It makes a lot of sense to me. What do you think? We are social creatures designed to live in groups among other people and interact, not just get fixed on one thing. Yet we're increasingly getting cut off from one another, and as a result there's a lot more loneliness, mental health problems. So if you can, do try and meet up with a friend, take a break from the screen. If you can't meet up in person, it can be nice just to call them on the phone, the old-fashioned way. Even if you're pottering in the kitchen, sometimes I'll do that and just put my phone on loudspeaker without FaceTime. Or maybe just write a letter, anything that helps feel mindful and helps you connect actually to somebody that you care about, to a loved one. And actually here talking about being mindful, we can also do this with ourselves. And one really easy way to boost your mood and have a positive impact on your well-being is to practice gratitude. Now, this might be something that you do instinctively each morning when you wake up. Just feel grateful for the things that are going on. Me, I just feel grateful for waking up. Maybe you do it as a reflective exercise at the end of the day. These things don't have to be massive, but aim to think of 5 things that you're grateful for each day. It might be that a loved one has made a kind gesture for you. Maybe you've got something really yummy in the fridge waiting for dinner. It might be feeling grateful for your favourite tree in the garden and the way that the leaves are looking at the moment, or it might be moving your body at a favourite exercise class, even if that's online. Okay, I'll share a few to get you started today. So today, 5 things. I'm grateful for the love of my family, a healthy body, and my cats. A sense of purpose with my work. Definitely the leftover apple crumble in the fridge. It sounds simple, but studies do show that having a gratitude practice and feeling thankful improves our sleep, our mood, and even our immunity. And it also then decreases anxiety, depression, and lowers our risk of disease, absolutely free. So there we have it. These are my go-to budget-busting, calming, stress-busting tips to help us stay well for winter. Of course, if you're on the hunt for supplements or accessories, either as Christmas presents or to support your own health at this time of year, then you can just head over to lizearlewellbeing.com. If you click on our Liz Loves pages, there are so many brands now offering really generous discounts, often specially negotiated by my team exclusively for us, and they make some fantastic savings. So do take a look, and of course, do subscribe here, click, share this, whatever. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What budget busting tips do you have for staying well? My team and I would absolutely love to hear. And I'll see you back here next time. Bye.